Hello, Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. This weather video driven by 802cars.com. They represent 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda, all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. This is our next weather system here, and you can see that it's dropped a decent amount of snowfall, and ranges from a couple inches to, I've seen 6 or 7 inches, 8 inches in some of these areas. And this is a shortwave trough, fairly potent. It spun up an area of low pressure at surface. And it's you can see kind of an easterly wind going around this area of low pressure cyclonically. But look at these temperatures up here. Look at this, minus 50 degrees, minus 50 ambient air temperature. This is not wind chill. Now this is wind chill. And look at just insanely cold here as we have, well, super ambient air temperatures that are very, very cold. And at the same time, a little bit of wind even reduces that. All right, so you can see with the European model, that high pressure system associated with that super cold air at 1028 hectopascals is across portions of Ontario. You can see the storm system here. Let's run the models. So as this area of low pressure begins to power up across the Great Lakes, you see that a very elongated, occluded frontal boundary, and down toward Louisiana, parts of Mississippi into Alabama. You can see there's a wave of low pressure riding along it, and then it gets elongated and pulled up north and kind of pulled into the main storm system. At that time, this will develop a second area of low pressure, secondary, and this will be what we call a Miller B, kind of a classic Gulf of Maine cyclogenesis, and then this moves up into the Canadian Maritimes. Not a real strong storm, but the way it evolves is very much going to have to be key on what develops in the Gulf of Maine if we're going to see snow that's going to be greater than, say, 6 inches. And this is something we'll have to keep a close eye on in the evolution of this. Now, the models have been mostly on top of this, but occasionally kind of falling flat. So there's still some room for error. Let's take a look at precipitation type. So there's our storm. This is during the day on Monday. We have an area of higher pressure bringing us excellent conditions, of course. And then you can see the elongated frontal system. Look how far the snow gets down into parts of almost Louisiana, parts of Mississippi, Alabama, and so forth. And then running that a little further along here, a little bit of light snow shower and flurry activity makes it into, it looks like in the morning hours, west of the spine of the Green Mountains in the state of Vermont. This comes in kind of sporadically, and we're still looking at light precipitation into the afternoon. And then we have this darker purples you can see here. And this would constitute what I would call moderate snowfall in this general area. And that even makes it into the lower Hudson Valley and so forth. So that moves north and into our neck of the woods here. It snows hardest. Looks like between about midnight and about 8 o'clock in the morning. And then we start to see that move on out and better conditions begin to roll in. A little bit of lake effect flurries in the northern parts of Vermont, and then some lake effect flurries. It looks like parts of that during the day, but a very cold air mass. Now, I also want to show you this area of higher pressure that's going to be developing. You can see the absence of precipitation. This is valid 12Z on Saturday, and you can see that we're looking at very dry conditions. This area of higher pressure now is going to be moving out, and it'll set us up for the next weather system, which looks like a messy mix. And that'll happen maybe potentially as early as next Sunday or into Monday. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.